Why does the man who doesn't chase always become the most desired? Imagine this scene. You're sitting in a cafe. 2 tables away, there's a man. He's not constantly checking his phone, not smiling at people or making eye contact, just drinking his coffee, reading his newspaper, in his own world, relaxed, peaceful, focused on his newspaper, as if no one else is there. And what happens? People around are looking at him, wondering, who is this guy? What's he doing? Why is he so calm? Now imagine another scene. Same cafe, different man. He's constantly looking around, trying to make eye contact with people, smiling, saying hi, trying to talk. Every move of his screams, "Notice me," and no one's looking at him. Why? Because his neediness is obvious. This is emotional gravity. What happens in physical gravity? The one with greater mass attracts. The sun attracts planets. Planets attract moons because they're at the center. Same thing in emotional gravity. The one who's at his own center attracts. The man who doesn't orbit around others, who spins on his own axis. Everyone wants him because people are drawn to those who don't need them. They run from those who do. And you, which one are you? Are you spinning on your own axis or orbiting around others? So, why does the man who doesn't need become attractive? Why does everyone want him? Because people want what's valuable. And what's valuable is what's not easily accessible. Think about this. You're eating at a restaurant. There are 2 waiters. The first one constantly comes to your table. Would you like anything else? Would you like a drink? Is everything okay? Can I help you? At your table every 10 minutes. The second one is relaxed. Comes, takes your order, leaves. But he's there exactly when you need him. Looks busy, attending to other tables, not constantly checking on you. Which one do you tip more? The second one. Why? Because he gave you his valuable time. Didn't beg, didn't need, just did his job. Now transfer this to relationships. There's a man, constantly texting. What are you doing? Where are you? Should we meet? Every day, every hour. Available, always ready. The other man is living his own life. Sometimes he texts, sometimes he doesn't. Busy. He has projects, hobbies, a life. He wants to be with you, but he's not dependent on you. Which one is more attractive? The second one. Why? Because he's valuable. His time is precious. And when he chooses you, he really chooses you. Because he has other options too. That's why the one who doesn't need attracts. Because not needing means valuable. Valuable means desired. And when you're constantly available, constantly ready, you lower your value. You become cheap. You become easily accessible. And what's easily accessible is not wanted. Now, let's get to the main point. What does spinning on your own axis mean? Imagine this moment. There's a party. Everyone's dancing, talking, having fun. There's a man walking around, approaching every group, asking, "Hi, how are you?" Smiling, trying to talk. But no one's really interested. Why? Because his neediness is obvious. Now another scene. Same party, different man. He's standing in the corner, wine glass in hand, listening to the music, relaxed, not running to anyone to talk. But when someone comes to talk to him, he's engaged, real, genuine, but he doesn't need anyone. And what happens? People go to him. Who is this guy? Why is he so calm? They wonder. This is spinning on your own axis. You don't need others' approval. You don't need others' attention. You have your own life, your own goals, your own world. Another example. You're at the gym. There's a man constantly looking at himself in the mirror, flexing his muscles, looking at the women around. Every move of his screams, "Look at me." The other man has his headphones on, music playing, focused on his own workout, not looking at anyone, just doing his thing, lifting weights, sweating, focused on his goal. Which one is more attractive? Which one are people looking at? The second one, because he's spinning on his own axis, not in others' world, in his own world. And this energy is magnetic. The man who spins on his own axis looks powerful, looks confident, looks valuable, because he doesn't need others. And people are drawn to power, drawn to confidence, drawn to value. And by the way, if you want more content like this, we're here every week. Don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, let's continue. So, how will you apply this? How will you start spinning on your own axis? First step, build your own life. Get hobbies, give importance to yourself, set goals, work on projects. You can't be an empty man. You must be a full man, because an empty man has no axis of his own. Think about this. There are two people. You ask one, "What are you doing?" He says, "I don't know. I'm bored, talking to people." You ask the other. He says, "I'm reading a book. I have a project I'm working on. I'm going to the gym." Which one is more attractive? The second one, because he has a life. His world spins without you too. Second step, don't be immediately available. When someone texts, don't respond instantly. Be busy. Really be busy. Reply hours later. Why? Because your time is valuable. You're not waiting by your phone. Third step, stop seeking approval. What others think doesn't matter. What do you think? What do you want? What do you feel? These matter. Don't try to please others. Please yourself. Fourth step, learn to say no. Don't say yes to every invitation. Don't accept every offer. Sometimes say, "No, I'm not available." Sometimes say, "No, I don't feel like it." Be valuable. Don't be easily accessible. Fifth step, be comfortable with yourself. Don't fear being alone. Solitude is power. Those who can be alone are those at peace with themselves. And those at peace with themselves don't need others. One night, you're home alone, listening to music, reading a book, watching a movie. Relaxed, peaceful, not texting anyone, not calling anyone. In your own world. This is power. This is freedom. This is attraction. Today we talked about emotional gravity. Why do men who walk their own path always become the most desired? Because they don't need. They spin on their own axis. And people are drawn to the powerful. But remember, this isn't a game, not a tactic. It's a real lifestyle. You can't fake this. Either you're really spinning on your own axis, or you're not. And if you're not, start. Start today. Build your own life. Set your own goals. Create your own world. Because the strongest attraction comes from not needing. I hope this video gave you something valuable. Share your thoughts in the comments. Are you spinning on your own axis? Or are you orbiting around others? What topic should I cover in the next video? See you in the next video. Take care of yourself.